Hello and welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let us look at previous day's question. With reference to the emergency provisions in the Indian Constitution, consider the following information. We have the provision type, key trigger condition and related article. 1. National emergency. War, external aggression or armed rebellion. Article 352. 2. President's rule. Failure of constitutional machinery in a state. Article 356. 3. Financial emergency. Threat to financial stability or credit of India or any part thereof. Article 360. In how many of the above rows is the information correctly matched? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is option C. A national emergency under Article 352 can be declared during war, external aggression or armed rebellion covering the whole country or part of it. Hence, information of row 1 is correctly matched. Proclaimed by the President on the Union Cabinet's written advice, it requires parliamentary approval within 1 month and can be extended every 6 months up to 3 years. President's rule under Article 356 is imposed when a state government fails to function constitutionally. Hence, information of row 2 is correctly matched. Proclaimed by the President based on the Governor's report or otherwise, it requires parliamentary approval within 2 months and can be extended every 6 months up to 3 years. A financial emergency under Article 360 is declared when India's financial stability or credit is threatened either wholly or in part. Hence, information of row 3 is correctly matched. Proclaimed by the President, it requires parliamentary approval within 1 month and has no time limit. During this period, the centre can control state financial matters and reduce the salaries of officials and judges. It has never been invoked in the Indian history. Hence, option C is the correct answer.
Welcome SSC aspirants. Drishti SSC is here to support you every step of the way. With free live classes, previous year questions, PYQs, demo classes, exam notifications, and strategy videos. Whether you're starting your journey or looking to refine your preparation, we've got you covered. Subscribe to our channel and stay updated with all the resources you need to crack your SSC exams. For more details, call us at 8750187501.
Moving on to the first question, the terms adware, ransomware, and Trojans are often seen in the news in the context of A. Climate change and environmental policies, B. Cybersecurity and computer threats, C. Financial fraud and banking regulations, D. Medical research and vaccine development. The correct answer is option B. The terms adware, ransomware, and Trojans refer to types of malicious software that pose threats to computers and digital systems. They are commonly associated with cybersecurity because cyber criminals use them to steal data, block access, or damage systems. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 2. Which of the following are released by the National Statistics Office? 1. Index of Industrial Production or IIP. 2. Annual Survey of Industries or ASI. 3. Financial Stability Report or FSR. Select the correct answer using the code given below. A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. The National Statistics Office (NSO) serves as the nodal agency for statistical development in India, ensuring standardization, coordination and dissemination of data. NSO consists of the Central Statistical Office, the Data Information and Innovation Division and the National Sample Survey Office. NSO compiles and releases the Index of Industrial Production, conducts the Annual Survey of Industries, and provides statistical insights on industrial growth and economic trends. The Financial Stability Report is published by the Reserve Bank of India biannually on behalf of the Financial Stability and Development Council. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 3. The term Internet of Things or IoT is best described as A. A network of satellites providing global internet coverage. B. a computing concept where everyday physical objects are connected to the internet and can identify themselves to other devices. C. A programming language used for web development. D. A cloud storage service for large-scale data backup. The correct answer is option B. Internet of Things is a computing concept that describes the idea of everyday physical objects being connected to the internet and being able to identify themselves to other devices. IoT is significant because an object that can represent itself digitally becomes something greater than the object by itself. No longer does the object relate just to its user, but it is now connected to surrounding objects and database data. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 4. The terms tricyclazole, mancozeb, and tebuconazole are often seen in the news in the context of A. Agricultural fungicides used to control crop diseases. B. Ingredients in cosmetic skincare products. C. Components of electric vehicle batteries. D. Names of newly discovered exoplanets. The correct answer is option A. Tricyclazole, mancozeb, and tebuconazole are fungicides widely used in agriculture to protect crops from fungal diseases. A fungicide is a chemical substance or biological agent used to kill or inhibit the growth of fungi and fungal spores that can cause diseases in plants, animals, or humans. Fungicides help protect crops and other plants from fungal infections, thereby improving yield and quality. Regulatory conflicts have arisen in India, such as proposals to ban these fungicides, while trade negotiations seek to maintain or raise import tolerance levels for exports. The lack of clear domestic regulations, especially around issues like ethylene oxide contamination, creates challenges in assuring importers about crop safety standards. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 5. Consider the following statements regarding the Gini index. 1. It is derived from the Lorenz curve, which plots cumulative percentage of total income received against the cumulative percentage of recipients. 2. A higher Gini coefficient indicates greater income equality, while a lower value suggests increased inequality. Which of the above statements is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A. The Gini index or Gini coefficient was developed in 1912 by Italian statistician Corrado Gini. It measures income inequality within a population. The index is derived from the Lorenz curve, which plots the cumulative percentage of total income received against the cumulative percentage of recipients, starting with the poorest. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Gini coefficient quantifies the area between Lorenz curve and the line of perfect equality, a 45-degree line, with values ranging from 0, that is perfect equality, to 1, maximum inequality, or 0 to 100 when expressed as a percentage, where 0 indicates perfect equality and 100 indicates maximum inequality. A lower Gini value reflects a more equitable society. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. India's Gini index stands at 25.5, making it the fourth most equal country globally. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 6. Which of the following are initiatives of the BRICS? 1. New Development Bank. 2. Contingent Reserve Arrangement. 3. STI Framework Program. Select the correct answer using the code given below. A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D. The acronym BRIC was coined by British economist Jim O'Neill in 2001 to represent the emerging economies of Brazil, Russia, India and China. BRIC began functioning as a formal group during the G8 Outreach Summit in 2006, held its first summit in Russia in 2009 and became BRICS with the inclusion of South Africa in 2010. For 45% of world's population and 37.3% of global GDP, surpassing the EU's 14.5% and the G7's 29.3%. Members. The initial 5 BRICS members were Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. In 2024, Iran, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt and Ethiopia joined the group while Indonesia joined in 2025. Saudi Arabia has not yet formalized its BRICS membership, while Argentina, initially expected to join in 2024, later opted out. Key initiatives of the BRICS: New Development Bank 2014, Contingent Reserve Arrangement or CRA, BRICS Grain Exchange, BRICS Rapid Information Security Channel, STI Framework Program 2015, etc. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 7. Helgoland, a red sandstone archipelago, is located in which sea? A. North Sea, B. Baltic Sea, C. Mediterranean Sea, D. Black Sea. The correct answer is option A. Helgoland or Heligoland, a small 1.7 square kilometer red sandstone German archipelago 50 kilometers off Germany's coast in the North Sea, is renowned as the birthplace of quantum mechanics. Helgoland, initially colonized by Frisians, ethnic group in Netherlands and Germany, was controlled by Denmark, then Britain in 1814, and finally Germany in 1890. Post-World War II, it was used as a British bombing range before being returned to West Germany in 1952. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 8. Consider the following statements. 1. Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, NPCIL, operates all nuclear power plants in India except the prototype fast breeder reactor, which is owned by the Indira Gandhi Centre for Atomic Research. 2. Pressurized heavy water reactors are a type of nuclear reactor that use heavy water as both a coolant and a moderator. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. The Atomic Energy Regulatory Board granted an operation license for 2 indigenously developed 700 megawatts pressurized heavy water reactors at the Kakrapar Atomic Power Station in Gujarat. NPCIL owns and operates all nuclear power plants in India except PFPR variants owned by the Indira Gandhi Centre for Atomic Research. Hence, statement 1 is correct. PHWRs are a type of nuclear reactor that use heavy water as both a coolant and moderator, while natural or slightly enriched uranium serves as fuel. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 9. With reference to equine disease-free compartment, consider the following statements. 1. India's first EDFC has been established in Meerut Cantonment, Uttar Pradesh, and has been recognized by the World Organization for Animal Health. 2. It has been set up under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to control the zoonotic disease. 3. It is scientifically managed and internationally recognized zone that guarantees horses are free from specific equine diseases. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1 and 3 only, D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option C. India has set up its first equine disease-free compartment in Meerut Cantonment, Uttar Pradesh, which has been officially recognized by the World Organization for Animal Health or WOAH. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It has been established under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. EDFC is a scientifically managed and internationally recognized zone that guarantees horses are free from specific equine diseases, enabling them to engage in global trade and competitions. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 10. Cooperative Stack, recently seen in the news, is best described as A. A digital platform aimed at integrating rural welfare and credit schemes. B. A new mobile application developed for urban financial services. C. A government initiative to promote e-commerce in metropolitan cities. D. A digital platform aimed at promoting rural entrepreneurship through cooperative societies. The correct answer is option A. The Government of India is developing a comprehensive cooperative stack centered around the primary agricultural credit societies to streamline the delivery of welfare schemes in rural India. Cooperative Stack is a technological framework designed to leverage digital platforms to provide services such as financial inclusion, credit access, and government subsidies directly to rural communities. It will adopt AI-driven technologies, for example, automated weather advisories, to aid farmers and improve scheme implementation. PACS are credit societies that are registered under the Cooperative Societies Act of the state concerned. Hence, option 1 is the correct answer. Now let us look at a practice question. Which of the following countries is not a part of the Lithium Triangle, a region known for containing nearly half of the world's known lithium reserves? A. Argentina, B. Chile, C. Bolivia, D. Peru. Please provide your answers in the comments section.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.